Welcome back. Well, you can't even really be back because this is the premiere of the SuperCoach Swordplay. First BBL.
Boom.
Oh, what was that? Sorry.
Oh, the old boom. I was just giving you a bit of
Oh,
the boom, the excitement into this Scobes,
jeez. Oh,
the
we
bit of
can't even get
passion,
through an
mate.
intro without getting the excitement through there. We are back and we are going to be doing some BBL SuperCoach team previews. First up, we've got the Adelaide Strikers. But before we get into that, you could argue that I haven't been on top of two more prettier men than the two I am currently. For the people on the visuals, on top of, that's Joshy and DR. How are you, beautiful souls?
Not too bad, not too bad. It's good to be back. DR's been working through since the AFL season with NBL and also NBA, but yeah, good to be back. It's been a bit of a break and feel refreshed.
Yes, lovely to be with you two lads. Now, I'm going to say this straight out. You're the cricket experts here. Now, I'm here to try to chip in when I can. I've got a few favourites up my sleeve and I'm pretty good with the schedule. So I'll do my best to contribute as much as I can, but you two gentlemen above me are the men to listen to. Some of the best in the business here. You know what's going on overseas with the new signings. You're across everything, boys. So looking forward to this team preview series. You're going to nail it.
I hope we do because you don't pay us for nothing. And I mean, cost of living, it is getting expensive. So we'll have to talk about some contractual details after our performances. But in saying that, we might as well just get straight into it. And I hate to say this, but realistically, are the strikers that relevant starting us off, Joshy?
They're not, unfortunately, they're not. They don't have their double until round 7. So your love child, Matty Short, is expensive as usual, but looks like you're probably not going to be able to start him this year. 37% own him at the moment, which I think's a lot. Um, Considering it's 214k and the first double's not till around 7. But yeah, not relevant at all. We've probably started with the most boring team, but only up from here.
All I got then was that you were saying that he's 170k underpriced. Is that correct?
Here we go. This is going to be a running joke. That short.
Hey, well, as soon as you jumped on, mate, I didn't know if it was Jack Edwards or, Sam Powell Pepper. That's a reference to the AFL Supercoach season. I'm sure long-time listeners would remember that one. But no, I'm completely with you. You're right. The first team that we start with, obviously the Strikers, they're not that relevant, if I'm being honest. Like, DR, I know you did a team reveal, I think it was a week and a half ago or 2 weeks.
Oh, a little while ago now, yeah.
Do you
No
have
strike.
any? No, no. Well, there you go. And Joshy, I'm sure.
What I
No,
was going to say
no.
was with the strikers, right? It really changes the way we start our sides, and I think it allows us to go a little bit more mid-pricey because if the strikers started off with a double, Overton, surely we're
Mm.
starting these blokes on the double. So given the fact that, as Joshy said, it is in round 7, it makes the composition of our starting sides very different. And even structure-wise with the price points that you're looking at, because you don't necessarily have to start the two big dogs in the strikers. We certainly need to, I reckon, prepare for them before they're double. I think they're going to be close to must-haves. But yeah, that's just an interesting point that I've noticed looking at starting sides. No one really that I think plays the game really well is starting with any strikers at all.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. And I think the one that, like, I can understand starting, they're not like terrible players, but if you're playing the fixture, like, I don't think you start with a Short or an Overton. If you're going to spend that much amount of money on a single game week player, it's probably a Maxwell. Is that, like, do we agree on that call?
Yeah, I certainly do. I've got Maxwell at the. He's probably the one that, because there's so much value around in the other. I don't. What did that go black for everyone else there?
Oh, that was terrible. I mean, your Wi-Fi or whatever's going on over there, all your multiple downloads, mate.
Was that me?
That was you,
That was
100%.
you, mate. That was all you,
Absolutely.
Joshy. But you're back, mate. You're back.
Perfect.
And just edit that out, I reckon. Is that hard to edit? We'll just start
We
talking
definitely
about
won't. We will not be editing that out. So for everyone that is on the audio and listening on Spotify, watching on YouTube, this is what you get around here: professionalism.
Yeah, well, I was going to say Maxwell's the only one that's high price that I'd get in, just with all the value in the other teams, which we'll speak about in all the other episodes. Yeah, short Overton, like DR said, definitely must has when it does come to that round 7. But for now, you're going to steer clear, and there's plenty of value, which we'll discuss.
Do we just get straight into what we think our predicted 11 is going to be?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean, I asked you maybe a good 3 weeks ago. All you sent back was just a barrage of abuse. You called me every name under the sun. It was absolutely mortifying, but I think you do have a strikers predicted 11. Do you want to kick us off, mate?
Yeah, so at the moment, I've got Matt Short opening with Sanger, Chris Lynn at 3, Mac Harvey, the new recruit, at 4, Alex Ross at 5, Jamie Overton at 6, Harry Nielsen, no idea how he's still getting contracts, at number 7 with the gloves, Luke Wood at 8, Henry Thornton at 9, Hassan Ali at 10, and Lloyd Pope at 11.
I can't believe this is going to. It's taken us almost 7 minutes into the first podcast of the season, and we're going to agree on something like that.
Wow.
That is mental. Like I think
that's unbelievable.
It is like that's rare. That's rare. If you've listened to us before, you'll know that this is like world first. The only thing that I will say with that, I reckon it's either, again, as you said, just to reiterate, Harvey or Sanger at 2 or 4. So it'll be either. And I think just because Thornton, like, he's just stand and hit. He has no variation. And it was basically that one game where he took like 5 for absolutely nothing against the Thunder, and they rolled him for like 15. That was like once in a millennium T20 score. I think he could potentially be dropped or just rested for maybe a Buckingham.
Yeah, I could see that happening as well.
And again, like, if we're looking at that team, I don't think he's starting Short. The only one there that I'd be interested in from a value point of view, it's probably Mac Harvey. I mean, low price if he's got the opening role, and we don't even know that yet.
Yeah, I tend to agree. 58K coming across. Obviously, I think he plays for South Australia in State League, so he's pretty familiar with Adelaide Oval and South Australia in general. So if you were, he's someone that you could probably get, but there's just so many low price options that I think are just better for that back bench.
The one bloke that, and again, you said it before, the one bloke that I obviously go for the strikers. And when we had the draft, all I wanted was a decent quick bowler that could bowl up front at the death and just a batsman that could keep. Like, I'd be happy with, I know we've had Ollie Pope in the past. Would have been more than happy with him. But yet we've gone and just given Nielsen another contract. And he is just arguably one of the worst cricketers in the Big Bash competition. Like, it's nothing against him as a player, but he can't bat in T20s. He's literally there because he can keep, and that's the only thing that he can do. Like, why? I don't know why we didn't just sign a batsman that can keep instead of a keeper that can't bat. Like, it's just, as long as Carey is around and has a contract, we're always just going to have Nielsen in the team, which is disgusting. Like, it's absolutely foul.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
would it surprise you guys if I told you he's in 8% of sides?
I mean, 8% of people have clearly just clicked like that autofill button because there's no way.
I think that the price pretty much says it all, doesn't it, boys? When it comes to the pick, 58,500. We are talking bottom of the barrel here. And one thing that we love, and this is why we tend to go for those all rounders, is multiple scoring avenues. So he can't bat. He's relying on getting a couple of catches and a rare stumping from time to time. So I don't think it makes any sense having him in your side. But to the 8% that do, good luck. I suppose as a supporter, Scobes, you're hoping he gets a ton or something, something like that. But I don't think it's going to be very likely, even with my limited sort of cricket knowledge.
There is a better chance that you or I getting signed initially by the Strikers and then getting picked and then actually making runs has more chance than him making runs. Like, it's almost like, I don't know, like under sevens where everybody gets a go type operation. And that's great when there's context around it. But when we're talking about a professional sport here, and like this man's on good money to do like what?
Yes, disappointing, mate.
Oh, absolutely. We could go on all night about it, but that's just my, I don't understand as to why. Joshy, the signings, mate. I've explained why I thought we, I guess, needed 2 frontline quicks and obviously a death bowler. I know you don't go for the strikers, but did you understand why we picked up Luke Wood and Hassan Ali in the draft?
Oh, absolutely, I did. One of your weakness points has been that fast bowler. And Hassan Ali, he is one of the ones that I'm really frustrated that strikers don't have the double until round 7, because he'd be one of the internationals that I'm probably most keen on, to be honest, if the fixture rules are relevant. So I think you've done really well with those signings. Obviously, a bat keeper would have been nice, but I guess there just wasn't one that you guys thought would be a good fit for your side when you had to bring Overton back, you had to get a quick, and you had to get a player like Hassan Ali in.
I think us losing Rashid Khan, and I know that was due to, I guess, things that were out of a domestic T20 competition's hands with all the politics going on in world sport, etc., etc. Overton has been hands down the best replacement we could have asked for. Completely different player, but you're right. Like we had to retain him. If there would have been complete and utter uproar if he wasn't retained. So that was a given. Again, Luke Wood, good bowler. I can understand if he wasn't as good at the death, then I'd be more than happy to just, have passed on him. But I really think instead of 2 quick death bowlers, so to speak, we needed a keeper batsman. Like I was certain that we were going to go after Rizwan, but obviously he went to the Renegades, and I think he was pick 1 or something, or Shaheen was pick 1 and Rizwan was 2.
It was very high.
Yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with those 2 pickups, but again, a little bit dirty that I've got to see H. Nielsen in the lineup until Carey's back. Is there anyone, and I mean anyone, that you would flirt with having in your team at all?
Not for me. The only one that you could go, I reckon, is that Sanger or Mac Harvey on the bench on the cheap. But not for me. You're gonna wait till that round 7 double or a bit closer to it.
So I reckon well, considering Hurricanes have got the double in round 7 as well, I think you're going a little bit earlier than round 7 to bring them potentially in. So maybe even one on that round 5 against the Scorchers, and then a couple in that round 6 against the Thunder.
Yeah, I'd be looking to almost save a boost, possibly, if you can, knowing that you have to get your short and your Overton in. If you can manage to just save a boost and use it at the right time, you've got to get both those big dogs in, don't you? Surely before that bye, it's like a must play. They're 2 of the biggest players and best players in the game. So preparation is going to be key, Scobes, and you can't leave this move to the last minute due to the price or the expected price points at that time. So you've certainly got to have plans in place. So maybe keeping that extra boost could be handy just before you're looking to bring maybe one or two of them in.
So what happens if you boost and everything's gone absolutely perfect and it's round 7? You've got Overton, you've got Short, you've got Mitch Owen of the Hurricanes. Who you slapping the VC on because they both play first? Like, it's a Hurricane Strikers kick us off for round 7. Who's the VC going to? Theoretically, of course.
I would lean to Overton just because he bats 5 or 6, bowls his 4 guaranteed. I just don't think Matt Short will bowl as much this year. And then Owen as well won't bowl much either.
You don't think so? You don't think Owen bowls?
He may sneak in over a tour there, but he's not going to get that 3+ for the economy rate, in my opinion, just because they've got Jordan, Meredith, Alice. They've brought in Hussain and Ahmed that bowl as well. There's a few others I'm probably forgetting off the top of my head, but they've got a really strong bowling lineup. I mean, they're reigning champions. So I think Owen might struggle to get a few overs here and there.
Didn't we have this exact same conversation multiple times with multiple expletives, with multiple slurs, with multiple abuse hurled back and forth regarding Matt Short not bowling as much?
We did.
Now, are we
absolutely.
really going to end this team preview doing it all over again for a consecutive year?
I don't think DR wants to sit through it. I don't think the listeners want to sit
I
through
was just going to grab some popcorn here and watch the two big dogs go at it, to be quite honest. Yeah, no, look, my automatic answer to that question would be to go Matt Short, but it'd definitely be short at Overton. I think I'd have them over Owen. I think just history and runs on the board. But I think it's hard to go wrong. It's going to be pretty hard to go wrong, I think, with either player.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. Well, we are pretty much done. But Joshy, I want you to give me a pod. You have to start with one player from the Strikers team. There is no price. DR, I want you to as well. It's not going to affect your salary, but you have to pick one. Who is it, and why is it not Harry Nielsen?
Definitely not Harry Nielsen. But if I was to, and then price was irrelevant, gun to my head, had to pick someone. The easy ones to say Overton and Short, but it's a pod, so Hassan Ali at 1%, definitely for me.
Yep,
he would be.
I like that a lot.
He'd be my pick.
I think, yeah, like I don't know if Mac Harvey's going to get that opening spot. He very well could be, but I think you've nailed that with Hassan Ali. Like, always go the bowler over the batsman and the all-rounder over both of them when you can. And I mean, he's a very good bowler. He did very well for Pakistan. So more than happy to take that. More than happy to take that. DR, are you locking in Hassan Ali as well for your pod from the Strikers?
Yeah, look, I will, but just to go someone different just for the sake of it, if you're talking about real pod, because you just talked about the fact you're going bowlers and all-rounders absolutely for your batsmen, but given the fact, maybe one score drops out, you either go really low or really big, a bit of Chris Lynn action. If he manages to get off the chain, he could be that sort of bloke that could give you a real advantage for 1 week, or he could be an absolute coach killer and ruin your round for you. But if you're talking pod-wise, I don't think he's going to be a popular selection. He's someone that's got the ceiling to go off chops in a game or two, I think.
Absolutely. And from what I can remember, I don't have statistics in front of me. He absolutely loves the Adelaide Oval. So, I mean, if they're playing there and you can loop and theoretically you had to pick one, I'd be all for it. But that's going to conclude us. In summary, we don't really like any of the Adelaide Strikers as much as that rips my heart out and, puts me in emotional turmoil for obvious reasons. Our predicted lineup was Matt Short at number 1, Mac Harvey or Sanger at 2, Chris Lynn, Mac Harvey or Sanger at 4, Alex Ross at 5, Overton at 6, he who shall not be named ever again on this podcast at 7 in Harry Nielsen, Luke Wood at 8, Henry Thornton at 9, Hassan Ali at 10, and Lloyd Pope at 11. Make sure that you check out all of our other previews, all of the other rambles that we're going to have on there. This will be on YouTube, both channels, and it'll be on Spotify. So thank you so much for tuning in and have a wonderful night.
Peace.